Okay, so we will discuss SQL functions. So what is function? Functions are basically two types, built-in functions and user-defined functions. In SQL perspective, functions are two types. One is built-in functions and user-defined functions. So what is function will do is that will do some manipulation on the data. For example, if I want to count number of employees, we need to go for the count function. Or if we want to count the average, or if we want to do something or some manipulation on the data, whatever the data we retrieved from the table, if we want to do some manipulation or some condition if we want to apply, then we go for the function. Okay, so there are basically two types of functions are there in SQL. One is built-in functions. Built-in functions in the sense already SQL provide these functions. Okay, these are called built-in functions, all ready-made functions which we can directly use them. And the second category is the user-defined functions. User-defined functions, that means we can write our own functions. So this will comes under the PL/SQL part, not from the SQL part. Okay, so built-in functions we will discuss today. So built-in functions are ready-made functions which are provided by the SQL. Built-in functions are ready-made functions which are provided by the SQL by default. And most of the built-in functions are the same for all the SQL databases. For example, if you go for SQL Server or DB2 or some MySQL, or if you go for any database, the syntax will be a little changed in built-in functions. But other syntaxes are almost everything same, but built-in functions syntax will be vary database to database. Okay. So what are the built-in functions are available in SQL? Basically, we will categorize two categories. The first category is there are built-in functions and user-defined functions is a high-level categorization. SQL perspective. Okay. So in built-in functions, we have two types of built-in functions. Two types of built-in functions. The first type is called as group functions, also called as multiple row functions. Multiple row functions. Why we call multiple rows means these functions are applied on multiple rows, set of rows, on group of rows. Okay, that's what this called as group functions or multiple row functions. And there is second category, scalar functions. Scalar functions are also called single row functions. So these methods or these functions we can apply on only single row functions. These are the basic categories of built-in functions: group functions and scalar functions. Group functions are also called as multiple row functions, and scalar functions also called as single row functions. So under group functions, so what are the different kinds of functions comes under? Go to the group functions. Here there are set of functions will come under. So the first method is average. AVG, this is the first function, and function will be like open braces and closed braces. If this function required any parameters, we need to pass them. Okay, AVG is one function, and sum, this is also one more function, and max and minimum, min and count. Okay, these are the functions: average, sum, max, minimum, count. These are called group functions because these functions are applied. We can apply these functions on the group of columns. So sorry, group of rows. Okay, average, sum, max, minimum and counts. These are called as a group functions. So how we can use them in queries? Okay, so before going to use these functions, I'll show you a simple one. Just I'm connecting to the database. I have connected. There is a default table in database that is called as a dual table. Okay, in Oracle, specific to Oracle, there is a default table. So what is the table means? Select star from dual, DUAL. If I write like this, dual is a table. It has only single row and single column. This is just like a dummy table. It doesn't have anything. Okay, so we will make use of this table sometimes if I want to do some calculations or some operations. Okay, for example, if I want to display a current date or system date of today, so how we can do is sysdate. I have a keyword called sysdate. Select sysdate from dual. So from table is mandatory. Okay, if I run this query, I will get the date. So not only dual, you can give any table. So for example, here I'll create employees. Okay, but dual is a default table which is provided by. See this, you will get a number of inputs here because we use employees table. For each row, it gives the record. Each row it gives the output. So dual table has one row and one column. Dual table is a default table which is provided by the Oracle. Okay, so it has only one row and one column, right? So whatever the function we used here, that output will be displayed on the table. Okay, okay. So for example, here I'll use the sum of 2, 5. If I give like this, okay, we need to specify the column name here. It will not take 2 parameter. This is apply in the column. I'll show you the example. Okay, so basically dual is a table, default table which is provided by the Oracle. It contains single row and single column, that you need to remember. Okay, so dual table, it contains only single row and single column. This basically is a dummy table. Okay, now we will see one by one how we can execute these functions. As I said, these are all group functions: average, sum, maximum, minimum, and count. So if I want to do average, we need to have some inputs, right? That's what we need to. This is called as a multi-row functions. Why we can call multiple row functions means we need multiple data there. Even if we want to do sum, we need to multiple values and maximum or minimum or count, right? So if we want to perform these kind of operations, we need to have multiple rows in a table. Okay, then only we can apply on group functions. So for example, if I see here, I'll have select star from employees. This is my table. Okay, so now I have some data here. Now what I want to do is I want to calculate average salary of the employees. Average salary of the employees. So this each employee having its own salary, but average salary, I want to find out the average salary of the employees. So how we can apply? So here AVG of salary, we need to specify the column name. Okay, so now how this will function, this function will work, it will check all the salaries. That means internally it will work on multiple columns, right? So multiple rows. So it will check each row and find out the average salary. How it will find out the average salary? First it will do the sum of the all the salaries divided by a number of employees. That is a formula of average. The same thing will average function will do. AVG of salary from employees. So if I run this query, this will give average salary. This is my average salary of all the employees. All the employees. So this function will work on multiple rows. Will work on multiple rows because it requires the salaries of all the employees. All the employees means every row. Each and every row which is present on the employee table, right? So it will calculate sum of all the salaries and divided by number of employees. That gives the average of salary. So when I run this, you will get the average salary. And same way we can use for other functions. So when I run the employee, this is my employee table. And also I want to calculate the sum of salary. So what is the sum of salary? So select star from select sum of salary is a column name from employees. So when I run this, it will give the sum of the employees, salaries of employees, all the salary. It will count the all the salary sum and it will produce. Okay, this is sum function. Sum bit again. This is again works on multiple rows. And same way we have a min function. Select minimum of salary from employees. Okay, 2100 is the minimum of the salary. If I see execute this, what is the minimum salary? 2100 is the minimum salary within the list. Okay, and also we have one more function called count. So I want to count the number of employees that exist in the table. So how many employees are present on the table? So select count is a method. It will internally count the number of values. Count star. Star represents all the columns. Okay. Count star from employees. So totally 107 employees are present. Okay. So these are called as group functions. Average, sum, minimum function and maximum function. These are all called as the group functions. So these functions are works on multiple rows. Works on multiple rows. These are the examples. Okay. Now I talk about dual table, right? So here I'll write a group. Dual table.
Pawan?
Yeah.
One question.
Yes.
Here you said minimum,
Right.
For example, we need to know what is the maximum salary of
Yes.
that state.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have select max of salary from employee. This is also part of group function. This will give the maximum. Okay, this is a maximum. Okay, these are all group functions. Max.
Thanks, Pawan.
Yeah, max also comes under this. Okay. Now, dual function. Dual, it is a dummy table, and generally used for perform some calculations. Okay, it has it's a dummy table generally used for some calculations, and it has one row and one column. Okay, and now so these are all called group functions. Now we will see scalar functions, and there is a sysdate is a keyword. Sysdate is gives the current date of the system, provides current date of the system, current system date. So how we can use sys? Just simple, select sysdate from dual. So this will give the current date of the system. First date, then month and YY format. Okay. Select sysdate from dual. So this is a sysdate function. Okay. Now we will see scalar functions. So group functions are comes under the group functions. These functions we can apply on multiple rows. Now the second category is the scalar functions. So these are also called as single row functions, because at least single row is required. If I want to execute a scalar function, we need a single row. Okay. So what are the scalar functions? Scalar functions. Here again there are so many categories are there. The first category is character functions. And the second is number functions or numeric functions. And number 3, date functions. These are very important. If I want to perform some operations on dates, we have to go for the date functions, are very important. And other one is conversion functions. If you want to change the one data type to another data type, so we can go for the conversion functions. Character functions and number functions, date functions and conversion functions. These 4 categories comes under the scalar functions. Okay. Now we will see one by one. So character functions. What are the different types of character functions? In this, the examples of character functions, the first example is this one. upper function. For example, I want to get select upper of, okay, if I provide some name here, for example, within the single quote, Oracle from, you can give any string within the single quotes, okay, upper of Oracle from dual. If I run this query, so this will convert as string into uppercase letters. See this is uppercase. So if I want to apply the same function on the table like this, if I want to display all the employees in uppercase, then select upper of, okay, so names, right? We need names. So what is the column for the names? So select star from employees, just query the employees table. So first name is there. So now I want to display select upper of first underscore name, first underscore name from employees. This is my query. Okay, select upper of first name. First name will be the mixed letters. First name start with the capital letter, remaining are small, but I want to display all the names in uppercase letters. So then we can go for this function. Select upper of first name from employee. See this, it will give the all the letters in uppercase. Okay, there is a use of upper. And same way we have a lowercase. So select lower of first name from employees. Okay, so all letters will be the lowercase, uppercase letters and lowercase letters. Okay, and one more method we have, init cap. So that method will give the initial letter will be the capital letter or remaining letters are small letters. So select init cap. The method is init cap of first name. You can apply this any varchar column. Okay, from, these are all character functions, from employees. So this will give first letter will be the capital letter and remaining letters will be the small letters, upper, lower and init cap method. And now I'll write here, first one is upper. Upper. So here converts it can be any character, it can be upper, lower, mixed, anything, but if I use upper method, upper function, it converts into uppercase letters. Okay, this is my example. Okay, write all the methods one time. Okay, so now a lower function, so this will converts into lowercase letters. And also init cap, this is not case sensitive, you can use all capital letters or small letters. SQL is not case sensitive. Okay, init cap, so this will converts first letter is capital and remaining or lowercase. Okay, so these are the three functions, upper, lower and init cap. These are the examples. Now we have some more functions. We have a length function. See this, select, I want to count some length of some string. Okay, so then we go for the length method. So how we can use select length of something within the quotations. If I provide some string like this, from dual. Okay, dual table can be used anywhere. Okay, any place, right? Just run this. See this, length of length, something wrong, length. Okay, so now when you run this, you will get the 6. This is the letters length of string. Okay, and also you can use this in query. How we can use this? For example, if I want to display the employees whose names compulsory should be 4 characters, okay, whose names length should be the 4 characters. So if I want to display only those kind of employees, how we can use this function? So for example, select star from employees. Okay, so what is my condition here? I want to display only those employees whose names should be 4 letters, length should be 4 letters. So we need to put some condition there. So what condition I can put? Select the star from employees where, okay, where length, length of first name, okay, first name equal to 4. Okay, when I display, when I say condition like this, it will check the length of 4 and only those employees list will be displayed. So when I run this query, just check it. So this all the employees names should be 4 letters, right? So length of first name equal to 4. So based on the condition, it will retrieve all the list of employees, right? So length function is used like this. Length function is used to return the length of the string. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Right.
here we are getting length what we entered value, right? Or
Yes. Yes. No. First
no,
query. First query. Yeah.
no. Card size ఎంత ఉంది అని అట్లా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చా ఈ లెంత్ తోని?
Yes. Yes.
Enter how much length we
That is different actually. You have a describe query, DESC, suppose describe employees. Okay, if I run this query, it will give the column names and the length of the column. Based on this, you can enter. Suppose, see this query. Describe is a command which gives the description of the table. Okay. When I enter this, so see these are the columns and what is the data type and number of range. So how many letters you can give in this particular column, it will show you. Okay, based on that we need to provide the values. If I provide more values, that will be truncated. Okay, suppose here first name will be 20. If I provide 25 letters, 5 letters will be truncated. So we need to this. Okay. Yes. Okay, right. So now select star from employees where length of first name equal to 4. So if I need to display the all the employees whose names should be the length of 4. Okay, this is the query we can write. Execute this. This is the length function. GTH. It returns the length of string. Length of string. And these two are the examples. Now we have one more function called lpad and rpad. This is just like a padding. See this lpad and rpad. For example, here I have a query called select rpad of just a moment. Select rpad of single quotes. Suppose if I specify the oracle is a keyword and comma 10 and comma for example z from dual. Okay, see this rpad function. What we can do is it will take 3 parameters. Okay, 3 parameters. First parameter will be the string value. Whatever string we want to do, that the string value we need to specify, and how much length. This length is not this particular length, so total I should have the totally 10 characters. Okay, in 10 characters I want to add something at the end of the letters. So oracle is a string. Okay, after this oracle string I want to add z and sometimes. So suppose totally 10, right? So in 10 oracle is a 6 letters and remaining 4 letters will be Z will be added for the 4 letters. See this, Oracle is the first one. This is my output. Okay, I'll copy this here. This is my output. See, this first Oracle is displayed. Totally how many letters are there? Totally 10 letters are there because we have specified the 10. Within the 10 letters, first letters will be the Oracle string, and remaining whatever the remaining letters blank, it will be replaced with the Z. Something, if I give any character, whatever character you can provide, it will replace with that particular character. This is just like a padding. This is just like a padding. Okay, for example, if I provide only 6 letter bit will be the Oracle, and remaining 2 letters will be the X. See this, 2 letters. So this is just like a padding. Suppose if we want to add spaces, give some spaces there. So this will again add spaces. It will give some space here. Okay. So this is just like a padding of function. Suppose here I'll put some triple X, and totally 8 letters or totally 10 letters. First 6 letter will be the Oracle, remaining letters will be the X. Okay, so this is called as, in the same way we have a LPAD, select LPAD of say Oracle, okay, and 10 comma suppose triple Y. So when I say this, it will add triple Y at the beginning from dual. See this, it will add 4 Y's. So first 10 characters totally. So Oracle is 6 characters are occupied. Remaining 4 characters will be this one. Okay, whatever string we have provided as a third parameter, that will be displayed. So this is called as LPAD. This is called as LPAD and RPAD. This is one more function. Yes, yes. This one, just double click.
Okay.
When you double click, you will get this. Or else you can do this like 1 minute. When you run this will display it like this. Just first double click. It will be, cursor will come here. Just like select it. Okay. And LDAP. Pads the character towards the right side, towards the left side. Pads the character towards the left side. Okay. And same way RPAD. Pads the character towards the right side. Okay, and then we have other commands called ltrim, rtrim, and trim commands. So these two are the example for this. In Oracle, double slash is a comment. Okay, double slash is a comment. It will ignore whatever statement we specified after double slash. So copy this here. I'll paste it over here. Okay, next. Ltrim function. So how we can ltrim of the function? For example, if I run like this, select ltrim of this is basically trimming the value. Okay, select ltrim of, here I'll give like suppose jet Oracle. This is my string. In this I want to trim jet. The first 2 characters I don't want, so I want to remove that and display the version value. So in this case I can specify the second parameter as jet. Whatever the second parameter I specified, that will be trimming from the left side. Okay, jet from dual. So when I run this, it will remove all the jet from the string and it will give the correct string. This is ltrim, left side characters it will trim. And same way we have rtrim function. So rtrim, left side, right side trimming. So here for example, my string is like this, triple jet. At the end Now I want to trim Z from the end. So now when I run this, it will give the, again it will trim all the Z's at the end and it will give the original value. This is ltrim and rtrim functions. Okay, so we have again trim functions. So we have trim function that will remove the both sides. So here suppose I have like this, select trim of, okay, trim of, for example here I have some spaces. Okay, I have some spaces here and then I have a string, again some spaces within the course. Okay, within the course, comma, give some space here. Now from dual, missing parenthesis, is not required. Just a moment. Okay, so this will give, this will trim the left and right side of the letters. So I'll give some more example here. I'll show one more example. It will take basically only one parameter. If you want to specify the two parameters, we have to specify like this, select trim of, okay, so we need to trim Z from the some particular string. For example here, trim Z from, we have to specify like this, Z from, okay, Z from string, exactly string, that is again single quotes. For example here, ZZ Oracle ZZ. So like this we have a string from dual. See this, I want to remove Z from the both sides, this sides, right side as well as left side. Okay, so in this case what I can write the syntax like this. If it is a right trim, left trim, we have specified one parameter, and R trim also we have specified one more parameter. So two parameters it will take in case of L trim and R trim. But if we come to the trim, this will also take two parameters, but we have to use additionally from keyword. Okay, so if I run this, it will remove, it should remove, not removed, triple Z. Z from capital R. Okay, right. See this, you have to give exact character. Okay, Z, capital Z is different from small z. Okay, so here I specified Z here. So whatever the Z's comes beginning at the end, it will trim at the both sides, right and left. Okay, so this is the, if you have spaces, you can give like this. This will remove the spaces from the right as well as left. Okay, so these are the two examples of trim function. It will remove the characters from the both the sides. It is basically combination of L trim and R trim. Trim function removes the specified characters from both sides. Okay, so this is called trim, L trim, R trim and trim method. And we have one more other functions called INSTR. So INSTR functions will give the position of the string. So for example, when I write like this, select, okay, INSTR, here I'll write a string called Oracle. Strings always we need to specify in the single quote. So double quotes will not accepted by the Oracle. Okay. So Oracle is a string, and now here I'll specify one more character called A. So this will give the position of the A from dual. If I run the queries, so this will give where the A is present on this particular string. So when I run this, so third location, see this 1, 2 and third location A is present. So in the same way E, so where the E is present, when I run this, it will present on the 6th position. Okay, so this is INSTR method. INSTR, it will give the position of the string. This is an example. INSTR returns the position of the character within a string. And now also we have some more methods, substr. This is also very important function, substr. It will give the substring of the string. Select substring of substr. Okay, substr of suppose here I'll specify the string called Oracle and comma, it takes 3 parameters. Substring function will take 3 parameters, beginning and end, where I want from the second position to I want 3 letters. So from dual, run this query. See this. From the second position means it starts from the R. From there I want 3 letters. So including R, 1, 2, 3. RAC. It returns RAC. RAC. And same way we will see some more examples. Select substr of Oracle single quote comma 3 comma 3. So what this will return? So 3 comma 3. So it starts from the 3. 1, 2, 3. So it starts from with A. From there 3 letters. So ACL. It should return ACL. When I run this, it returns ACL. So this is one more example. Now I'll apply the same function with employee table. I want to display all the employees, but first 3 characters. Okay. Substr. See this first. Select star from employees. Okay. So how I can do here is see this. I have all the first names, right? So I want to display only the first 3 letters of employee. I want to display only first 3 letters of employee first name. How we can do this? Select substr of first underscore name. Okay, this is my column name. Instead of string, we have to specify the column name here. Substr of first name, first 3 letters. That means 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 from employees. So when I run this query, this will give only first 3 letters. Again, if I want to display the remaining letter will be the star. Remaining letters will be the stars. First 3 letters should display correctly and remaining letters should be the star. So how we can display? Just add a piping operator here and within the second single quote put star marks. Okay. Now if I run this, it will display first 3 letters and remaining letters will be the stars. Okay, this is also this is called as a masking technique. This is called as masking. Okay. So in some real-time applications, credit card numbers or some SSN numbers, you can see like this, the data, right? So they will apply this function. Okay. So just this is exact syntax, substr of string, and it will take the 2 parameters. In addition, we will add this part. This is not part of function actually. Okay. This is not mandatory. This is optional, but exactly this is a function, substr function. Okay. Also we can write select substr of single quote Oracle. So I want to display first three characters or last three characters. How we can display here last three characters? 1, 2, 3, fourth, right? From 4 to 3 from dual. So this will give last four characters. This will return C L E, right? So these are all called sub-str functions. This is very important function, okay? Sub-str. So sub-str function will return the substring of the string. Sub-str returns the substring of the string. Okay, so this is a sub-str function, and we have one more last function called as concat function. Concat, so that will concat the two strings. So for example here, select concat is a keyword. I'll give the two strings. Okay, so for example, if within the course, this is my first string and single quote, again comma, second quote, this is my second string from dual. This is concatenation. Code string not properly terminated. Concat, select concat of single quote. Okay, semicolon, it should end with a semicolon. Okay, so this will concatenate of both the strings. See, this Oracle and training, both is concatenated. And for example, in employees table, if you want to apply the same method in employees table, I want to concatenate first name and last name. For example, select star from employees. I have a table called select star from employees. I have first name and last name. I want to concatenate these two names. I want to print. So how we can do this using concat? Select concat of, okay, concat of first name, first underscore name, comma. Here we are giving the column name so that we no need to specify the quotations. Okay, if we put quotation, that will become a string. So now we are giving the column name so that we should not give the quotations here. Okay, in this case, this is a single string, so that we have to specify it in the quotes. So first name, comma, last name. Last name from employees. This is my query. So this will concatenate and first name and last name, and then we produce the data. See this, it will concatenate a first name and last name. If I want to see this, the column name will be the function name. See, concat of first name and last name it display. But I want to display the proper name here. Instead of function name, I want to display the proper name. In this case, I can provide some alias name for the column. So this is treating as a column name. Okay, so if I want to display proper name here, I can put some column alias. That is called column alias. How we can specify the column alias? Just space, okay, just e name, put some e name, some valid name. Okay, this is called column alias. So whatever the value produced for this will give the e name. So when I run this query, now you can see the column name is e name. So whatever the query, this will produce the result. The column name will be this one. This is called as a column alias. This is called column alias. For every column, we can display our own column name. Okay, even for normal employees also. So for example, when I run select star from employees, there are so many columns are there. Now I want to display the salary, only salary column. How we can display? Just salary. Okay, just salary. Just when I run this query, it will give only salaries. The column name is salary, but I want to display my column name is sal, only sal. So then what you can do is just give a alias for this column, space your user defined name, your name. Okay, just run this query. Instead of salary, it will give the sal. This is called as a column alias. Okay, so we can use column alias for any other columns. So here when I apply some function here, this will usually give this name as a column name, but I don't want to display this as a column name, so that I can specify the column alias. This is called as a column alias. So basically concat operator will concatenate two strings. Concat to join two strings. Okay, to join two strings. Okay, so these are all called character functions. So these are all called character functions. Character functions: upper, lower, init cap, length, rpad, lpad, trim, rtrim, ltrim, substr, concat. So these are all very important functions. Okay, and now we'll move on to the numeric functions or number functions.